Sounds.
Shabbat coming tonight.
Uh,
Good though. Good though.
yep.
Yep. All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
And first and foremost, as always, want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rikah, Wadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and also you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, and Shalom. It's your brothers from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah with another weekly sit down. And this time, man, we're going to go into the end of America, man. This place's days are numbered, and it was always ordained to be that way from the beginning. Because at the end of the day, every empire has been given an allotted time to come into power and to have its rulership and then eventually fall. You see? That's the process of the heathen age, man. And we get that understanding from the visions of Daniel and Daniel 2 and 7. You see that? And the Most High, he compiles more prophecy on top of that to tell you the type of judgment that he's going to bring upon this place as he brings it down. Judgment that we're currently living in right now, man. This is why we see everything out of order. We see what? Confusion all over the place. People having no answers. People are in the mode of languishing, catching complete hell, man. Why? Because this is the fall of the final heathen empire, man. And the final heathen empire ends through Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. That's why we see everything going on the way it's going on. These are the answers. The Most High is moving the final heathen empire out of the way to establish the everlasting kingdom of heaven upon the planet Earth as prophesied. You see this? Y'all had something y'all wanted to open up with? What y'all got?
I got that.
You got Isaiah 47?
Con, I got that. Jeremiah 51. New Baptist.
Come on, let's get
47.
let's get 50 first. That 50, the Jeremiah with the hill Babylon, but she is not healed.
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 9. I'll actually start at 8. It says, actually I'll start at 7. Jeremiah 51 and 7, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand
Come on.
that made all the earth drunken.
Because America has spearheaded the wickedness. There's this major amount of wickedness in the earth, man. That's why it's known as the mother of harlots. You see that? A lot of the shit going on in the earth, man, is off of the back of Babylon the Great. It's been the golden cup in the Most High's hand. He used it as an instrument. You see this? You got it?
Yeah, it's the most influential place
On the earth.
planet Earth.
Yep.
So it says, Babylon made a golden cup in Yahweh's hand and made all the earth drunken.
Mm-hmm.
The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
So what does it mean by the nations drinking of a wine, man? Getting in bed with that US dollar, which is the world reserve currency. And when they have that type of influence of your economy, they're able to add different things or bring different things to you, man, that they start to partake in. You see this? The feminism, the LBGT agenda, so forth and so on, man. They're able to get that up in there because they have that power over you through that dollar, man. You see that? And the nations are becoming mad and basically partaking in the fornication of Babylon the Great, man.
Mm-hmm. The philosophies.
Yup. All manner of madness has been propagated from this place, man. You see that? And now the nations are seeing that this way of America is not working in the earth, man. This ain't it. You got it, bro.
Well, this is verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed.
And this is the thing. Once again, America was never set to be made great again. It was never great to begin with for us. We just been here so long, our people have gotten blinded to the fact that they're in captivity. They've gotten blinded to the fact that we are slaves here in this place, man. Because they've been given quote unquote liberty to do whatever they want to do. They've been given the liberty to have jobs and make a way for themselves, so to say. And they really feel like they're free. But this was never freedom for us, man. And one of the reasons it's being brought down is because the Most High is recompensing this place, bringing vengeance upon this place for all that has been done unto us here in this land, man. This is why America is falling so hard, because this is the recompense from the Heavenly Father. You see, the judgment set for all the things, the rape, the robbery, the murder, the atrocities committed against us, man. That's why America is suddenly falling. Can't you see the pattern? What happened to all the nations that had the Israelites in captivity? Did they not all eventually fall over the process of time? Going all the way back to ancient Egypt. You see this?
Yeah, I was going to say, also, even the word America, it's nomen omen, right? It's not, it's Spanish, it's amargo, which that means bitter, which like the brother was alluding to, hey, it's ancient Egypt, this is spiritual Egypt. You know, that's why we eat those bitter herbs to remember the bitterness of ancient Egypt during Passover. You know? So this is spiritual Egypt, but this place is still bitter, like the brother said, you know.
Because what? This ain't our rest. That's why it's bitter. You see, our nation is all out of whack here in this place, man. You see?
Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Mm-hmm.
Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country.
Yep.
For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky.
So this is why everything is coming upon America the way it is. Is wickedness is reaching its full. You see, and as we get to that tipping point, the Most High just bringing judgment upon this place steadily, man. You see, and it ain't no going back. There is nothing that you can do for this place to be healed. You see, America had a certain lot, a certain portion that it had to fulfill, and we're reaching that point, man. Well, we have reached that point already. That's why that's why you see everything going on the way it's going on. It's judgment, man. It's the same type of deal what happened with before we went into the promised land. We couldn't go into the land until the wickedness of the Amorites had come to its full. And once it got to that point, what happened? The Most High came and delivered us out of captivity. You see, and held us back in the wilderness for 40 years. And then when that time in the wilderness came to an end, we went into the promised land, and what? We cast the heat of that land. A similar situation has happened in Babylon the Great, man. You see, every day this place is filling up its wickedness more and more and more until we get to that tipping point where the Most High brings the judgment in the fullness, as it is promised, man. You see? Ending this place once and for all. Was that it on that? What y'all got?
You got something there?
Your time. Slow, man. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 32. It says, remember Lot's wife. That's going into, not looking back. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, America's going to suffer the same similar fate. It's going to be taken out by way of fire, man.
Even worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. You see that? Because eventually that land will be, built back up. America will never be inhabited again, man. That's the fate of this place. That's what this place has been destined for before it became known as America. You see? It was always the site of being the ultimate judgment on the earth, man, the lake of fire. You see that? You think it was a coincidence the Most High had these land masses break apart and this land was put on the other side of the world? No. That wasn't coincidence, man. That was done for a reason. You see, because all the unbelievers of our people, they're going to be left here, right along with all these heathen who are here, and they're going to be burned up with nuclear fire, man, at the height of World War III. A war that is underway right now, man. A war that was prophesied to be before it even came to pass. Because everything that's going on is all prophecy. It's all the Most High fulfilling what he promised he would do. You see that? So like it says, remember Lot's wife. Ain't nothing to look back to. There's nothing to return to in this place, man. Because once again, it was never our rest. And this is why a lot of our people are about to fall short, because they really believe wholeheartedly that it gets no better than what they've experienced here in Babylon the Great. They really think this is the end all be all of all society, man, and it's not. And this is why they what? They shun the gospel of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. They would rather for this place to continue on forever instead of the Most High doing his will and bringing us into the fullness of our kingdom. They really feel like Esau, he's the one. And that way of thinking, that way, that spirit that they're in is about to have them melted right along with everything else in this place, man. Because that's what's set to come. You have some else on one?
No.
What you got?
Got a quick one. This is Isaiah 33:1. Mm-hmm. Woe to thee that spoilest, and that was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And we're seeing that underway right now. All Esau has done is spoiled. He's broken treaties with everybody, with everyone he's made a treaty with. You see that? But what the Most High is having happen is these devils, they're gonna want to, like y'all was talking about a ceasefire. They're gonna actually get to the point to where they want one, for real. But the thing is, with them doing what they're doing, just like we see with what happened with Lebanon a couple weeks ago. You had Israel make a deal with Lebanon, and as soon as the deal was signed, what happened? They bombed. And this is a constant pattern that the nations are looking at. And when it's come time for peace and safety, them finally want to make a deal, what's going to happen? The nations are going to come up against this place and spoil it, man. You see?
Now, worried about, because I had read that verse that the nations are mad.
Yeah.
I went a little deeper into that word mad. It goes into being boastful, to make into a fool, and also into a rage.
Proud.
So, yeah, like the brother was talking about, what's that verse of Psalms, I think it's the second chapter? Why do the heathen rage?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So these heathen are going to rage to the point where they're going to send missiles to Babylon. You know?
But yeah, that's a part of the spoiling of America, man. Mm-hmm. You see how proud these devils are right now. You got Trump talking all kind of shit. But once again, it's gonna get to its breaking point where there's gonna be no turning back, and it tells you that in Isaiah 13. You see, about when the Medes finally come up against this place, they're not gonna accept gold or silver, man. Ain't gonna be no peace to be had or made. You see, and that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Ezekiel 38. So everything points to America being destroyed, but we know and understand what has to happen first and foremost. That MOTV system has to come online before the destruction can happen. The elect have to be fully sealed before the destruction happens, as it tells you in Revelation 7. You see? You got something else on that?
I was trying to look for
And
Obadiah.
also, we're able to measure the time diligently, because we see they're putting the groundwork in for that system, that new system, you know?
Yep.
Data centers,
Everything.
everything is, they're getting ready to try and fulfill their enterprise.
And a lot of these things that we see coming to pass with the flock cameras and the civil unrest, all that second Edge 15. Even if you have agents of chaos in the midst causing shit to be stirred up. It's all set to fulfill prophecy, man. Everything, everyone is doing the Most High's will for these words to be fulfilled. You see this? So we know it's agents of chaos in the midst, what they call agent provocateurs. And this has been going on for years now, man. You see? But once again, it's set up to bring the past second Edge 15, which is going to cause that justification for them to bring even more draconian measures, man. which is going to cause the people to uproar more. So a perfect recipe is being made for what? Everything to be fulfilled all at once. Got it?
Okay.
So there are no bright days in America, man. Ain't no glory days ahead for this place. It's only darkness, man. You see? And distress. You got it?
So this is Obadiah. I would just start at verse 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom.
Yep.
We have heard a rumor from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her into battle, in battle.
And that's what's happening, man. The nations are being roused up, as it tells you in Joel chapter 3. They're being roused up to go to war. And the main target is going to become Esau, Edom, in the land of America and the state of Israel. Because those 1948ers, they're Edomites as well, man. And what is the Most High going to have happen? He's going to put hooks into the jaws of Russia, which has already begun. And they're going to side with their allies, the chief ally being Persia, which is Iran. You see that? And what's going to happen? They're going to rise up against Esau in battle. Even the allies of America, man, the EU, its NATO allies, they're going to all come up against this place. Revelation 17.
Obadiah.
Yeah. Well, that's what the brother reading right now.
It says, Obadiah verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Because that word small, it goes insignificant. You have a lot of people, a lot of nations that are turning their nose up at America, man. Looking at this place with disdain. You see that? And we can see the confidence of the nations growing more and more as America goes to it with Iran, man. You see that? You're going to have the nations buck up more and more and more against this place. Because once again, the Most High is closing the curtain upon Babylon the Great. And it's all done perfectly because now these American Edomites are still fully going in pride, man. They really feel like they're winning this war. They're going to win this war. There's nothing that can stop them. We got the American military, Air Force. We can't be stopped. And that's what the Most High, that's the spirit the Most High wants you to be in.
Yeah, that pride, it starts out with their leader, President Nero 47, Because, like the brother's saying, how these countries, they don't like Babylon, right? They don't like Nero. They don't like Trump, right? But the thing is he's been making all these appearances at all these like sporting events. And every time they show him on camera,
booing his ass.
They boo his ass, yeah.
But he's still in that prideful spirit. And you got those who are supporting him. They're in the prideful spirit as well. Pete Headself, pride. Just his whole cabinet is full of pride, and you got that trickling down to these fucking Trumpomaniacs, you see, who really feel like this place can't be touched. But that's exactly what Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, that's the spirit he wants you to be in. He wants you to be full of pride. He wants you to be full of arrogance and haughtiness. So when his judgment come upon you, he's going to break you, man. Let me grab this real quick. Proverbs 16:18, it says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. And this is exactly what we see the leaders of America in, man. You see that? Hell, a lot of these Americans are in that same spirit. All this war going on, and they really feel like it's about to go back to what it used to be. No, man. If you had the Holy Spirit, you would see, oh, America's up out of here. You see? You got it, bro.
I'm back in Obadiah. It says, verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
America's greatly despised, man. He's put the Most High, put the perfect person as the leader of America to fulfill that, man. Look at how he talks to his allies.
Bro, he right before that World Cup, he was saying how he's like, Spain, we're done trading with Spain. We're done with Spain.
That's crazy.
And then, by irony, fate, he ended up having to present the Spanish team with the
World Cup trophy.
And then the thing is, he was openly also saying how he was the other team So all these nations, the point being, they're sick of Babylon.
That's that pride of Esau though. And then this nigga trying to stand on stage while they doing their photos.
Yeah.
And they was like, man, they was like,
They want him out of
get
it,
the
right?
fuck out of the way. And that's why they erased them from all the photos. And when they had their trophy up, man, like, get your ass up out of here, man.
And no, those are supposed to be allies.
Yeah, right. That's some of the allies of America. But we see how these other nations are looking at you, Edomites, man. Especially you Western Edomites. The entire world is sick of you, man, and that's prophecy. You'll become insignificant among the heathen. Small. You see? But you got it.
Ryan, you said something. The way he talks to other leaders, you know, and their people, people get tired of that because I remember working in construction and stuff like that. And you have these Edomites that fucking talk to you like you're a complete moron,
Yeah.
And that's the way that's part of their pride, and these other people are getting sick and tired of that. Obadiah verse 3, it says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
Pride again.
Yeah.
Pride of their heart have deceived thee, man. You really got blinded by the power of this sword that the Most High gave you as a blessing, man. You see that? You really overestimated your power. Because what you fail to realize is all this is controlled and dictated by Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And the Most High has made many examples of past leaders in history who he had to humble. And you Edomites think that you're different. You think you are above the power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah? Sadly mistaken, man. You see this? You're sadly mistaken.
Right.
This weapon of his has really got his mind going, man. You see that? That's why they move the way they move and talk the way they talk and act the way they act towards everyone in the earth. That goddamn blessing. But when it's taken away from you, when it's used against you, what are you going to do in that time, man? Because that's exactly how you're going out. You're going to go out by your own blessing, the sword. You see this? You got some more?
God, I got some more. I actually even want to jump into this.
What?
This is Psalms 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Oh, man.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
That's what they think, man. Because with them being in power and how they did it from the time of the Renaissance up until now, they did it by the fullness of that blood, that perfected sword. You see that? And now they really feel like they can't be touched by anyone. We have the mightiest Air Force. We have the mightiest Navy. We have the best troops. You see that? So that's why they've been, and the Most High has allowed them to go through the earth, and as they've been in the fullness of their blessing, to just kick ass worldwide. And this is why you have military bases all in Japan, all in Germany. You see this? Embassies everywhere. This nigga just dictating everything because of that weapon of his, man, that blessing of his. You see that? So this is why he puffeth at his enemy. Puffeth at his allies. You see? But once again, that's coming back to bite you in the ass, man. As we speak.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
So Psalms 10 and 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Oh. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Fucking mainstream media is a big proponent of that. He's able to just go on the earth, go around the earth, be a villain, come back to the shores of America through his mainstream media and show himself as the fucking hero, man. The whole shit in Venezuela. They kidnapped the president of a sovereign nation. And he was able to paint the picture like what? He was the worst thing going. Painting him as a terrorist, he's a drug dealer. And he was just able to run up in there and steal him away, kidnap him. This is what this man do on the earth. Deceit, treachery, lies.
And I think they're talking about dropping all the charges on him now.
Oh,
but Maduro.
Oh,
but what is he going to do? He's going to go back to what? Nothing? He ain't president no more.
You got somebody else up in there.
The ones who set up that other president was Babylon.
Yeah.
But this is the type of shit Esau's been able to do on the earth and just get away with it. Had no pushback. The whole shit with Netanyahu. You got the mayor of New York calling for his arrest through the ICC, and ain't nobody trying to follow up and bring this dude to justice. Because this is what Esau's been able to do in the earth all this time. Just go unchecked. Do whatever he wants to do. If he wants something that you have, a resource, he'll paint you as a terrorist and come and steal your shit. This is why we got to go into the whole shit with the war in Iraq. You see? Talking about weapons of mass destruction, but all you see is fucking soldiers posing with fucking tons of gold.
Yep.
You had soldiers even coming up talking about how we just over here to protect the poppy seed, the poppy fields.
So the resources they're really after.
You see that? And after that whole shit with the poppy fields, what happened? The pharmaceutical industry boomed. Because they had what the resources needed to fuel that, man. The whole shit with it was somewhere they were stealing lithium in some African country, man. But this is what this devil do. He takes a house by violence, man.
Go back in Obadiah.
And this, like, bro, you devils think y'all just gonna be able to do all this shit in the earth and just get away with it? No, man. The Most High is checking you right now.
He steals a man's heritage.
And justifies himself. And justifies himself over his mainstream media, bro.
Yep.
Deceitful. And you got these dumbass Americans, yeah, we getting those terrorists. And these people over here minding their fucking business. Killing civilians. Then, even when the fucking first aid come, he kills them too. They dropping humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza, and these fucking devils use that as an opportunity to bomb civilians, man. Committing genocide beyond anything the world has ever seen. And no justice is coming. And this is why we're not leaving this in the hands of man. We're leaving this in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true judge, man. The Most High is going to bring the justice. You see? Because you Edomites out here doing too much, man. You got it.
Obadiah, verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
And that's the spirit they're in, man, these cave dwellers. You see that? They slide here. They once again they think they can't be touched because at the end of the day, they're not even considering the Most High. You see? They really feel like they have the firepower needed to fight against the spiritual realm. That's how far gone these devils are, man. Do you understand what the fuck that means? These devils feel like when the second most powerful being to exist returns to the earth, they're going to be able to wage war with him, and they believe they're going to win. They believe that, and this is why you have the elite running into the bunkers, because they feel like when the smoke settles, they're going to be able to come back out and rule the world.
Yep.
So that lets you know what they think of Yahweh Shah. They really like they're going to beat them, man. What's up?
It's true evil, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's how far gone this fucking blessing of the sword got this devil head gone, man. These niggas out here tripping like Bishop. When Bishop got that gun and juice, man, nigga was on a rampage, man. They were killing everybody. That's what Esau's doing in the earth, man. To the point where he think he gonna fight against the chief of the Alahayim. What? Man, listen. So Revelation 12 and 12 says what it says, man. You see that? You got it.
And it says, going on, verse 4, it says, Thou that exalt thyself as the eagle,
That's right.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Yep.
thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Because you might be flying higher than all the heathen right now, but you ain't above Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. You see this? Just like the Most I brought down ancient Pharaoh in ancient Egypt, just like he brought all the heathen empires down before you, you about to suffer the same fate, man. And you're going to know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is the one true living power. That's what you're about to find out. You see? That's exactly what you're about to find out, man. That you never had any control. That you never had any say so. Matter of fact,
Yep.
Let me
You know,
grab.
it's funny you say that.
What's
It's
up?
weird because brother on here on Comic Boy said Esau gonna have a fuck around and find out moment.
That's exactly what's about to happen.
Shalom,
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 Yahweh
Yahweh
Shabbat. Well, all the
Shabbat.
heathen kings,
Yep.
most of them anyway, they had to be checked.
Yep.
Yup. Let's get this real quick. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." So the Most High is in control, man.
Yep.
You've only been put as the apex nation at this point, excuse me, because that's what the Most High needed to fulfill prophecy. He needed you to be in the position that you are in now, so he can bring you down and use you for an instrument to magnify his name by what he does unto you. It's the same. It's the only reason Egypt was a superpower. Egypt wasn't shit because they chose to be something. They were only that because the Most High allowed them to be, to fulfill his will.
Mm-hmm.
And when their purpose was fulfilled, what happened? The Most High dismantled that shit. It ain't never been the same, man. You see that? Egypt is nowhere close to what it was at the height of their dynasty, man. And that's all because of who? Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And you're about to suffer worse than Egypt because Egypt gonna be built back up and beautified right along with the rest of the earth. America, an everlasting desolation where no human life will ever reside in. A memorial for all eternity.
Crazy.
Of how the Most High hates wickedness. And you got to understand how big this fucking landmass is.
Yep,
we got to keep making that point, man.
Huge.
America is gigantic. So when the smoke clears and it's just a fucking massive desert, I'm like, God damn.
Yep.
What the fuck was going on here? And we're going to make it known for the rest of the time. This was the land of the abominable. You see? Nothing but madness and wickedness and filthiness was going on in this place. And it was so bad, the Most I had to purge it with fire for it to never be lived in again. You see that? That's how much madness was going on, that it could only be purified by fire. And nothing can ever grow in this place ever again, man. That's how bad America is. That's how wicked these people are in this place.
It's worse than we think.
Is what I'm saying. Because once again, you got to understand how big a fucking landmass is for the Most High to empty it out, complete every fucking square inch of it, emptied out, burned away.
All of it.
All of it. That's how bad this shit is, man. You see, we're gonna get the full understanding due time. When in the new Bibles to understand the man, like, yo. When we finally get up in them new bodies and have our spirit renewed fully, we're gonna be like, yo, this shit was crazy. We can't even fully understand it because we're in this flesh, man. We're gonna have the Most High gonna have to pour his spirit into us even heavier for us to fully get like, yo, this shit was crazy. Because that's how bad it is, man. You got it, bro. What do we all got?
Real quick, this is Jeremiah 49. You see, verse 7. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashan shall host. Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? That's what we see going on right now, making all kind of crazy decisions. Look at Donald Trump. Getting his allies to turn against him, man, by his foolish decision. That's the Lord controlling his mind.
I'm about to say, because the thing is, the world looked at Esau as this beacon of light for so long, but it was only the Most High working in them to be that, man. You got to keep making that point. They were looked at as so wise in the world, they could do no wrong. They just the epitome of wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the Most High having the veil over these people's eyes, but as that shit was pulled back, like, yo, these people are idiots. These people are fucking stupid as hell, man. That's why I say, is there no more wisdom in teaching? You see that? The Most High is making, like I said, is making the wisdom of these people what? Foolish, man. Because that's exactly what it is. That's what we're being woken up to now. See, before the Most High poured His Spirit into us through Yahweh Shai, we were like the rest of the people in the world, looking at Esau like, yo, this is the man. No, man, we got the Spirit now. We're like, hell nah. There's nothing that we're looking at Esau like, yo, that's no, we're like, no, this nigga gotta go. He gotta go. You got it?
Right. It says, verse 8, flee ye and turn back. Dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. So yeah, the Lord's going to visit Esau, man. We're in that time. It seems like he's been getting away with all this wickedness for generation after generation, but we know that the Lord is right and he's just. So the judgment is inescapable, man.
The Most High is being fair. He got every empire with an expiration date. He's given them an allotted time to have rulership and be in the height of their power, to be sovereign, to call the shots. You see that? He's given every heathen nation that, man. Your Edomites included. Now we're fastly approaching your expiration date, just like all the other heathen nations before you, man. Which one of these nations could stop the Most High from taking their authority as a superpower? No, none of these nations can stop it. And if you Edomites are the basis of men, you damn sure can't stop it. It was never meant for you to reign supreme forever, man. You just got your blessing. You see? Because the Most High is balanced like that. He's fair like that. He gave you your time in the sun. And now, that shit is what? Winding down. And it's going to end. It's going to end with great violence, though. You see, it's going, like it says, what? I'm going to bring the calamity of Esau upon them, man. Judgment. Because you Edomites, you've done way too much. He tells you in Isaiah 47, you forwarded the affliction, man. You see that? Look at the minds of our people right now up under you devils, man. Jacob's fully gone, burned out, bugged out. And that's all at the hands of who? You devils, man. You created these monsters who are out here ripping and running these streets. Yep. I was driving one somewhere the other day. I'm like, yo, these people are fucking evil, man.
That's the fucking
these people are demons. Yep. Everywhere you look, like, goddamn, look, dirty, dingy, dark. I'm like, ugh. Roll my windows up. Go ahead, bro.
That's the what comes out of the jail system and the projects and the barrio system. The way he created everything was to have our people in that mentality. That way he could try to justify himself on why he's coming down the way he does on us, man.
So this is the. You got it, bro. You got it.
Crafty counsel.
Yep.
All right, so I got this real quick. This is the same chapter, Jeremiah 49, the New Translation. I'm going to jump down to verse 12. It says, if even those who did not deserve to be punished had to drink from the cup of punishment, do you think that you will go unpunished?
Because at the end of the day, he says what? We didn't deserve it, right? And that's because what? The Most High made us what? He created us to be vain. Mm-hmm. He said what? He made the creature subject to vanity, man, going all the way back to the time of Adam.
Yep.
So this was the Most High's doing. We were never meant to be in this condition as a people. But for the Most High to bring us into the fullness of God, we had to go through this process of learning what? Good and evil. This is never nothing we decided to do. Once again, like we always said, everything is of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, even us falling from our glory. Showing that the Most High is in control of all things, man. So it says, even those who didn't deserve to what? Receive judgment.
Drink of the cup.
Punishment. Yeah.
We had to drink of the cup. You see that? And we are fully accepting of that, man. It was all a part of the Most High's will. So if the Most High did this to his righteous sons, you see, because at the end of the day, what did we do wrong? The Most High, but the Most High programmed us to do that. It was all working, all his doing to fulfill a bigger purpose, man. So if he did this to his righteous sons, who he sent out him from the heavens, what you think he gonna do to the people he hate? You Edomites, man.
That's what he's about to read.
That's what I'm saying. You got it.
It says, "No, you must drink from the cup. I myself have sworn that the city of Basra will become a horrifying sight in the desert."
The city of Basra being what? To the ancient land of Basra? No. Because that land is going to be given over to the tribe of Judah, man, southern kingdom. You see? That's a part of the promised land. Basra, that's going to become a desert and a desolation. It's talking about the entirety of the land of America. You see that? This country that you're so proud of.
Hey, you think you got that Scare Straight program?
Yeah.
When the heathen see the memorial of Babylon, that's gonna be the true Scare Straight program, man. Because what does it say right there, brother? It says it's gonna be a horrifying what?
It says a horrifying sight in a desert. People will make fun of it and use its name as a curse.
Yep.
All the nearby villages will be in ruins forever. I, the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Shah, have spoken.
And that happened to ancient Basra, man, because once again, that land is going to be transferred over to the southern tribe of Judah, man. You see? This land is going to become a desolation. The village is going to be wiped away. It's talking about the entirety of the land of America. You see that? That's what's set to come to pass in this place. And guess what? It don't matter if you don't believe it or not. If you don't believe it, don't stop this from happening. Because at the end of the day, the Most High don't give a fuck about what you believe. You see that? He don't care if you don't think this is real. He don't care if you think this word is not true. He gonna show you wrong, man. And you're gonna be subject to it. You see that? What's up?
We got a little bit more. It says in verse 14, I said, Edom, I have received a message from the Lord Yahweh. Bashim Shah. He has sent a messenger to tell the nations to assemble their armies and to get ready to attack you. That's going on right now.
That's going on right now. Let the heathen be waking. When you go to the word waking in that chapter, it goes into being roused up. And we see it, man. Beat their plowshares into swords and their pruning hooks into spears. Military funding is. Why? It's because America is being prepared to be destroyed. It's the World War III, man.
Shit, I fucking went and took door handles, bro. 5-gallon buckets of paint.
Yeah.
Took 2 buckets of door handles. Some of them were the yellow brass.
Yeah.
Bro, 2 buckets. Usually, you probably get like $15. Bro, I went and took that like a week ago. $60 for 2 buckets of fucking nothing but door handles, bro. Like, damn, bro. Like, they want all that the metals, bro, for war.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, bro.
Verse 15 it says, the
Shit's
Lord
going up.
Yahweh, Bashim Shah, is going to make you weak, and no one will respect you.
Hey, that's why it says what it says in Isaiah 14. Is this the man? The truth of who you really are is being put on the forefront in the world right now. And the thing is, you can still fight against it a little bit by putting forth your wicked laws and legislations. Isaiah 10:1 tells you that. Wicked, unrighteous decrees. You can make a man an offender for a word because you still have the power for right now. But when it's all said and done, the entirety of creation in the world is going to know what you Edomites really are. You see that?
Nothing.
That's about to be made known when it's all said and done. All these lies that you told about yourself, you try to put yourself up in high regard in the sight of the world. You try to, there's this bravado and this IQ bullshit, this pseudoscience to try to make yourself look more supreme than what you are, as if you just got it like that. No, man. What's about to happen is who you Edomites truly are is going to be made manifest to the nations. And they're going to look at you with disdain, disregard, because they understand this nigga here. You see that? And guess what? Is that not repayment for what you made the world look at us as?
Yep.
That's Deuteronomy 30:7 coming back on your ass, man. You being a proverb about and a reproach. But the thing is, everything that's going to be said about you and how you're going to be looked at in the earth is all true.
Yep.
Everything that you put upon is being lies. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's some shit that you made up with some false statistics, some false fucking scientific theory.
Yep.
You see? They try to paint us in the bad light in the world. You see, but what's about to be made known about you is going to be absolutely true. We haven't told any lies about you, man. We just gave the truth, and that's why you're trying to fight against it. This is why you're trying to make it a man an offender for a word. You see, you're trying to prosecute a man for speaking truth against you, man. You see that? It ain't gonna work though. You got
like
it?
if I just say the Lord Yahweh, he's revealing that wickedness by way of his prophets and servants. It starts out with us, teaching who this man of sin, this man of perdition is.
Oh.
Who's really black and void of light.
The real black people.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? It ain't us. If you want to go with the truth of what's really the reality of it, we're the true white people. You're the true black people, man. Yeah. And in every sense of the word. When you go look up the definition for white, you go look at the definition for black, see which one fits who. You see that? Then you know what they're gonna do. Yeah. Well, what about Chicago? What about Atlanta? What about Florida? Okay.
Look at all these drug dealers.
But nigga, you got a whole you legal drug dealer.
There you go.
CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart pharmacy.
He created the system, man. He funding the system.
Drug guy too.
Yeah.
You know?
All the coke that moves on the earth is controlled by you damn devils, man.
Shit, where the fuck do these fucking cartels get all the intelligence to fucking build submarines?
Bro, that's crazy. Cartel building something. It's a car building submarine.
Bro, they all be fucking built from all the way to fucking Central and South America, bro. Tell me how the fuck is these people supposedly just living in jungles, not knowing nothing, savages, Indians, fucking getting technology to fucking build submarines and fucking use them to fucking cross oceans.
That's Esau, man. Esau's at the forefront of all that shit. That's what's being made known. You devils are the every problem that's wrong, every problem in the earth, you devils are at the forefront of it, man. Even when it comes to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These niggas that you hate so much, you hate to see them in the neighborhoods killing each other and crime this and crime that. Who cultivated that shit? And still cultivates it? You devils do.
All that redlining.
That's your devils.
Yup.
Like the other side of the time, if you were so mad at niggas, why don't you ban gangster rap? Trap music. Right?
Do that.
But who's at the forefront making all that bread?
When small hats.
Come on, man. You devils are at the forefront of all this shit. And all it's doing, all it is Jake depicting your wicked lifestyle and making it look cool. You see, that's all it is. It's everything that you devils are about, but Jake he put more flavor on it. That's all it fucking is, man.
Man in black.
Yeah.
I make this
look good. But it all stems from you devils, man.
Because Jake is catchy, man. Jake fucking starts a trends, bro.
The salt. Jake, man, I was listening to one song. This shit got 9.8 million fucking views. And I'm listening to I'm hearing this shit everywhere. Now all I've heard is the hook. Then I start listening to the whole song. I'm like, this whole fucking song is about adultery. 9.8 million people have listened to the song, man. I'm looking through the comments. This song is so fun. This song is so catchy. Oh, this is a summer anthem. Nigga, this is a song about straight up adultery.
That's why the nations go mad, like we read, because this place influences
that fucking
all
song?
the nations.
What's the name of that shit? Baby, I just want to dance. I just want to dance. That shit like it's catchy as fuck. I'm listening to the shit like I'm like, yo, this is wild. That shit all over Instagram. It's all on commercials, everywhere. A song about complete adultery, man. Who's at the forefront of pushing that shit to the front to have people under that vibration thinking that shit cool? Who's in control of the music industry, the entertainment industry?
All the record labels.
All that shit is in the hands of who? You Edomites, man. You got it.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15.
Bottle.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth that bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also.
Of that what? That wine, that fornication of Babylon the Great, man. He gives Jake all this shit, you see? And Jake goes and makes it look cool. And then this devil runs back to the Most High, like, look at what they're doing. Well, that goes right in here when it says putting a stumbling block in front of your brother.
Yep.
You know Jake gullible and naive as shit. He saw know this
Hey.
shit. Jake just want to live. Jake want to have some bread. Jake wants some fame.
All the way back to the garden, brother. You should not surely die.
But it's you Edomites with the bottle, giving it to drink, giving Jake the drink, put them all over BT. Bitches like Sexy Red all over the fucking place. Everywhere you look, Cardi B. This whole this all, huh? Who?
Young Miami.
Oh yeah, that's slut. Yeah. All these bitches at the forefront, this wicked and rebellious, not of order. And then you put these hoes at the forefront. The lower level women of our nation follow that example, and now they're all at brunch shaking ass on the goddamn.
From the grandma all the way down to the toddler.
They at brunch when everybody trying to eat on the table shaking ass, and Esau, look at these monkeys, look at them. But who's at the forefront of pushing that image upon them, making that shit look cool? You devils.
Hey, they censor our videos, but won't censor shit like that.
The thugs and the gangsters. You all over the news. Somebody got their Hellcat stolen. It was a shootout here. It was a shootout there. Who was at the forefront of putting this music, this vibration out? And that shit is being propagated. I'm talking about, bro, the babies.
Yeah.
Are moving like NBA YoungBoy, man.
Yep.
Who's at the forefront of all that shit? You devils are.
All the nations have drunken off.
The rainbow flag agenda, all that shit is you devils.
Fucking housing, get rid of the fucking dad. That way there's no authority.
And now
And
you
let
got-
them fucking run amok.
You got full grown men out here with the spirit of the nigga woman. Big, masculine, testosterone filled nigga acting like his mama. That's you devils. And then when it brings up the statistics, they have no fathers in the home. I wonder why. And then when Jake tried to get custody of his children,
Yeah,
you making a fucking circus for him. And give this bitch all the
Hoops and
ammunition she needs to take this dude through the ringer when he already got all this other shit going. He just want to see his kids. He just want to chill with his children. He just want them to be raised up in the right way if he got some type of sense about it. But these are the things that they, like I say, they're giving the bottle, and they bring forth these weak ass statistics to justify how they treat our people, man. When you're at the forefront of how they live, this shit was done by you devils, man. You see, the ghettos and the barrios are filled with violence because of you devils, man.
Hey.
Jake is in a state of being completely and utterly wicked and filthy because you devils have what? Forwarded the affliction, man.
Not only that, the oppression, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's so many ways that they designed this place to focus that oppression heavy on the brothers keep saying.
Keeping the house
barrios
divided and the
neighborhoods. Like, for
the body
instance,
divided,
one thing-
the tribes divided, everything divided, but the Wadayao Bashimian shot for having mercy on us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for example, where do they put all these cameras that'll take a picture of you, running red lights and shit like that? All in the hoods. They over where the Edomites live.
You barely see police where
Yeah.
Edomites are. You got overlapping patrols in Jake fucking and Jake neighborhood, man. I thought that shit was normal growing up until I got there and moved out here. I'm like, ain't really never no police around. Go back to where I'm from. Like, police every fucking 5 minutes coming through, and that's to do what? Keep niggas quailed, man. Keep them in check.
Slave patrol.
Yeah, man. You devils have set this shit up this way, man. And when Jake starts to act out and be what you made him to be, now you want to point the finger at him. But read that once again. I'm one for that.
All right, so this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe means destruction unto him that giveth his neighbor a drink.
So no matter how these devils cut it, you can't get out of the judgment coming, man. Everything about your existence, it what? It entails you receiving judgment.
Guilty.
You're guilty. How you stole the land, rape, robbery, and murder, slaughter, genocide, guilty. Built the land up with what? Slave labor.
Yep.
And we are still finding your hand to this day. Guilty. You put the bottle before our people and then try to point the finger at them as if they're the problem. We have no infrastructure. We have no say. So we have to go to our enemy for the one of all things. So if our people are moving and maneuvering the way that you see them in the earth, especially here in the land of America, who's responsible for that? Those who have given them the liberty to be in this mold, man.
Freedom of religion, another big one.
Yup.
That's idolatry. That's one of the chief sins right there. That got
Yup.
us in this position in the first place.
You put all type of wicked vibrations when the music comes out. These songs of adultery. I mean, I gotta say this shit every time. One of the biggest songs in America was "I Love Your Girl" by The Dream.
Damn.
You remember that shit first came out? It came out in the summertime, and you know the spring summertime is when these bitches are in heat. When these bitches are in heat, that shit is over the radio every 5 minutes.
It's never like this.
Over and over and over and over. That shit catchy as a bitch. You know? I love your girl. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I heard that guy. I got offended, man. I was
Like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
But the thing is, it ain't just that song. All the songs.
Yeah.
The whole shit now. You got Chris Brown and Usher on tour, the R&B tour, and they bringing married women on stage, grinding and kissing on these bitches, man. You got
All that
whole
industry is based on adultery. You know?
But why is this able to go on the way it is, man? It's because the wicked are being ruled. You see that? And what matter man the ruler of the city is, so shall the people be. This is why we see nothing but wickedness going on, man. But the thing is, you people can't understand it because you don't have the Holy Spirit to discern good from evil.
That's right.
You don't have the Spirit. You're a reprobate. What's up, bro? What you got?
Man, this is Judith 5 in the GNT. Check it's all calculated by Esau, man.
And that's why people think we crazy when we say the entire system of the world is set up to keep us ensnared in wickedness, man. We're not exaggerating when we say that.
No, we
The
don't.
entirety of the world, everywhere you go,
Yep.
there is some type of wickedness going on to keep Jake ensnared in iniquity, to be separated from the Most High. And these heathen know that we're scattered abroad. They know this shit.
Yep.
So everything you see in their societies worldwide, especially here in the land of America, is to keep us ensnared, to keep us at a disadvantage, man.
So now we are, man.
Yeah.
And you know, we know that this kingdom is Satan's kingdom, and that physical counterpart is who? Esau Edom.
Oh, you got it.
So this is at Judith in the Apocrypha chapter 5, verse 17. This is the counsel that the heathen were taking to try to defeat us, right? It says, their God hates wickedness, and as long as they did not sin against him, they prospered. But when they disobeyed him, they suffered heavy losses in many wars and were finally taken away as captives to a foreign country. The temple of their God was leveled, and their cities were occupied by their enemies. But now that they have returned to their God, they have come back home from their countries where they had been scattered. They have again taken possession of the city of Jerusalem, where their temple is, and have resettled in the mountains that had remained uninhabited.
And this is the final time that this is happening. Because this has been over the process of time, man. This is going into one of our previous captivities, but the same thing is happening right now.
Same process.
The Most High is removing iniquity from our nation once and for all through his son Yahweh Shai, through his sacrifice that you read about in the New Testament, man. That sacrifice was for the children of Israel to be saved from this low condition that we're in right now in his flesh once and for all. So we can never be what? Dominated by the heathen ever again. That's why our kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's off of the back of Yahweh Shai bringing us into perfection. That's off of the back of Yahweh Shai being able to change our bodies and bring us into the fullness of the sacred covenant.
That's right.
And what does that entail? Us doing nothing but righteousness, automatic. We don't even have to think about it. We're just going to do it. We're going to just reprogram. It's already in our DNA. We just got to be brought to another level, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai is doing. So they could never use iniquity against us ever again, man. Because best believe, if we went into the kingdom in this condition that we're in now with these bodies, the heathen was so much plotting on Jake, we're going to get him with this idol. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only way Nate's wording about them coming against us after 1,000 years could happen. That's the only way it could happen if we stay in these bodies, man.
The only reason we failed as a people is because we're not perfect in the flesh. We're fucked up. You talking about Esau coming to war after us, that would mean that we got some type of flaw in us that the Most High would have to bring judgment, you see, upon us for.
Wow.
But we're gonna be perfect in the kingdom of heaven, man. Ain't gonna be no need for the most high brought the nations against us as a whipping stick. Esau, Edom, chiefly. That's the only reason these devils have had power over us, is because we're in the flesh. We fuck up. We weren't perfect before the Most High. Our minds weren't right, but now through the Holy Spirit, we are able to what? Move in a way that's pleasing to the Most High through His Son Yahweh Shai. And if we continue on in this path, and Lord, what do we do? You see that? When Yahweh Shai brings us into that perfection, there will be nothing that the heathen can do against us ever again. There will be no more iniquity in the nation of Israel. From the least to the greatest, man. We're all going to be made perfect. So how the fuck are they going to come out of the caves and wage war against us? War was only brought to us because of what? Our sin and our iniquity. And that won't even be a thing for us in the time coming, man.
Let me
Only
back
reason
you
he
up
dies
on
because
that.
of sin.
If I could, real quick, just
That's it. Because what? The wages of sin is what? Death. Yeah.
us being perfect is part of that new covenant. You know? This is Jeremiah 31 and 33. But this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts.
Go ahead.
And I will be their power, and they shall be my people.
So that quells any type of wickedness in us. That's going to extinguish wickedness from the nation of Israel forevermore, man. Through this condition that the Most High is going to allow Yahweh Shai to bring us in when it's all said and done. When the Most High says He's going to remove our iniquities far from us, as far as the east is from the west, that's what is going to be done.
That's infinite.
Infinite. You see that? That's what we're being brought into. So what we're reading right here out of the mouth of Achior, it'll never be that way after this right here, man. You see that? Ain't gonna be not one flaw, one blemish in any Israelite, even from the basis Israelite. You see that? You got it.
Jeremiah 31 and 34, making the point that the book just made. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
And the Most High doubles down on that all throughout the prophecies, man. Isaiah 60. All thy people shall be all righteous. Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 37. You jump to Revelation 21 and 3. It talks about the Most High being our God and we being His people. And He going to dwell in the midst of us, man.
Isaiah says it too.
Come on, man. So this is the Most High finally giving us the victory over these heathen once and for all. And there's nothing that you Edomites can do to stop it. Got this nigga Vocab Malone giving a fucking PowerPoint presentation on the tribes, man. You see that? Nigga got a whole fucking slideshow. Got King Masha, High Priest Ariel, High Priest Jaquab all up on the damn on the PowerPoint.
Like an agent.
Like, bro, this shit, bro, this
like
nigga's the police.
He's trying to make a documentary.
Oh, he's the police. This he's going around the country giving PowerPoints, trying to school people on who we are and don't know shit. The accuser of the brother.
He ain't preaching salvation. He ain't preaching
nothing. Talking about we extremists and shit. Boy, what?
Hey,
Man, let me.
I was just going. Watching Esther. Watch the movie.
Yeah.
On Esther. Watch Haman get hung.
Oh shit! That's his bitch ass, man. His time coming. You got it.
So this is Jude chapter 5 verse 20 in the GNT. It says, "Sir, if these people are now sinning against their God, even unknowingly, and if we can be sure that they are guilty of some offense, we can successfully attack them."
Well, we seen that in the book of Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
We can't bring nothing against them unless it's in something with his God. So that's why when it came to Daniel, they had to set up a law and regulation for him not to what? Bow down to the Most High. You see that? It's the same thing coming for us here in this time, man. For all you Israelites, somebody ain't no tribulation coming. Do you not understand what the fuck is going on? That the entire world is against the house of Israel? That's what it is. And they're going to come with laws and legislations, wholeheartedly to have us what? Renounce Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. That's what they're gonna come with. And if we don't, it's gonna be under the penalty of what? Death. What's up?
Say if you're not covered under the blood of Yahweh Shai, you ain't gonna make it. They have full access to your ass, man.
Everything.
Yep. That's why you're gonna see a lot of these dudes from these other fucking camps, man, fucking fall short of the glory, man.
That's it. You got it.
Verse 21. But if they have not disobeyed the law of their power, then you should leave them alone, or he will defend them, and we will be disgraced before the whole world.
You got it.
And that's what they're afraid of, man. They're afraid of us repenting. That's what scares these goddamn devils, man. Seeing the Israelites standing up on their feet, man. You know, and coming back to the true understanding of the God of the Bible, man. Our God, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai. Because they can't touch us at that point. Yahweh Shai gonna have that hedge of protection around us in the time we're coming into.
Psalms 34:7.
Come.
We
That's
don't
why
need it, man.
they try to hinder the building of the the spiritual temple that's being built right now. You know? 'Cause they don't want the Israelites to know the true names of Yahweh Bashem Shai.
And this is why we're leaning into prophecy, man. Even though it's gonna get uncomfortable for us, we still leaning into it because we know it's on the other side of this, man. Where we want, which is glory with Yahweh Shai, man. We want to be taken from this condition forever, so that the heathen can never have the upper hand on us again, man. Because that's what they got as we're in this flesh. See, because even we're in the flesh, but what makes us different is what? The Spirit of the Lord being upon us through Yahweh Shai, man.
Grace.
That grace, that mercy.
Because they said even unknowingly, they said if we can get them to sin and offend in some sort of shape or fashion, even unknowingly, we can get them. That's why they put pork in every goddamn thing.
And this, go ahead.
Yeah, and they got us wearing mixed fabrics, polyester, and all this shit.
That's why they never gave you the truth of the scriptures, man. Because if they can keep you separated from the understanding that you're the Israelites, you unknowingly are out here walking in sin, even though you're the Israelites. But you don't know. That's why they told you, well, God loves everybody. Do it. Basically, the doctrine of Christianity is do as thy will. Jesus came to die for your sins so you can do whatever you want to do.
Dang.
See that?
Voting, that's an offense. He ain't supposed to be trying to
Because
vote for heathen.
ain't no king supposed to be over you, king of brothers, man.
On the die.
Who at the forefront of that? The dealer. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Deuteronomy
Smell like baby oil and go ahead, man.
So yeah, man, that's that crafty counsel. They know that we're the Israelites, man. They
So
know
once
who we are.
again, the entire system of the world has been set up strategically. Every aspect of it to do what? To keep us separated from the Most High, man.
The biggest conspiracy ever.
That's why we cannot be saved by the law, man.
Come on, man. If y'all banging on getting saved by the law, man, listen. You have no hope. What was that saying in the word? You don't have a snowball's chance in hell.
Oh,
We better wrap it up in a minute. It's all good. So let's bring in some closing cells, man. Did it stop? Did it stop the live?
No, it is.
All right. Yeah, man. Like this shit is major, man. You gotta understand how big the world is. Every aspect of it is keep us separated from the Most High. Because that's how powerful. This is how powerful the Most High makes us when we're tied unto Him, man. That's what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of you niggas out here carrying weapons, man. The thing that truly frightens these heathen, beginning with these Edomites, are us standing upon our feet and serving Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. That's why it says what it says. They stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army, and what? Great fear fell upon them, which saw them.
yep.
That's what they're afraid of. Repenting, man, believing on Yahweh Shai. Standing in boldness, man, and His truth, being unmovable, unshakable, unwavering. This is frightening to the heathen, beginning with these damn devils, man. They are terrified. You see that? What y'all got?
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Oh yeah, it's 8. We'll wrap it up. It's 8 o'clock.
I'll got one real quick.
What you got?
This is John 16, verse 20. Lord Yahweh Shai speaking in the red letter. He says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful. But your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
As what? As we see this final captivity coming to its end. That's why we're in the spirit of what it says, man. The captive exile hastening to be loosed.
Yep.
We longing to get the fuck up out of here, man. We're praying every day, curses every day. You see that? And our joy and our mourning is being turned to joy now because what? we see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to say, man. You see that? Even though we know what we gotta go through to get there, we're like, well, shit, we trust in the Lord. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Cause we still in the flesh, but shit, what else we gonna do? Yahweh already showed us this is the only way. This is the only way. What's
Can't
up?
keep doing this shit, man. We
Man.
gonna die, man. No flesh will be saved if we continue to live in this condition, bro.
That shit just made me fucking. No, bro. No, man. This ain't it. What's up?
Esau, he knows the power of the Israelites connecting to our power too.
Right.
You know, so that's why he's always trying to keep our people in darkness. You know, trying to give them the total opposite, trying to propagate wickedness and teach our people just straight up, you know, wickedness.
That's why you got these niggas like Vocab Malone going so hard to try to
Debunk.
quote unquote debunk the truth of the Bible, man. Because like the brother say, what happened to all this? Repent, believe on Jesus, and become a new person. Where did all that go? This whole mission, this nigga whole mission now is to try to paint us in a bad light to the world. Nigga, that's Haman, bro. That's Haman. Because what was the Persian province? 127, the Persian killed 127 countries. And this nigga wrote a letter to the entire kingdom of Persia. And this nigga's he's in that same mode now. All over the internet, broadcasting his shit worldwide to try to paint us as extremists and psychos, man. You see that? The same thing Haman did, man. Or Haman, whatever the fuck his name is. He ain't even that important. But that's what he's doing.
Putting a lot of energy in trying to hold the
That nigga
down.
whole spirit is tied to this shit.
There's a Psalms 83. You know, all the nations know that if we're separated from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they could attack us and be over us, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
vulnerable without our power.
But,
When we
but the
come
most,
together-
my bad, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When we come together, you know, we're the most powerful nation on the
Oh.
earth.
Because we're the only one.
come together in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
I say because we're the only nation that's connected to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. And it begins with the remnant being reconnected to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. We are being tapped into power that we can't even fully comprehend at the moment, man. We still fully we understand the truth of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, but we don't understand how far out. We can't put a word to it to explain what we're fully being tapped back into, man. You see? We can't fully describe what the Most High is allowing us to be brought back into through His Son Yahweh Shai, man. But we know, you see, Yahweh is the Almighty. All power has been given to His Son, so we know we're tapping back into the Father of all creation. Let's put it that way. You see that? That's what we're being tapped into.
And that's what brings forth the power. That's where that.
That's the power. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
our
this-
blessing.
Yep, this quick example, I'll get to the point. Is,
Con.
you know, during the time of when we compassed Jericho 7 times, you know, to make those walls collapse. But this is Joshua 6. This is just an example of when our people came together in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says in verse 13, and the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets. This is after we walked around the city 7 times, right, as we were commanded. And the 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of rams, horns before the ark of Yahweh, went on continually and blew the trumpets. And when the armed men went before them, but the reward came after the ark of Yahweh, the priests going on and blowing. Salaki, I started at the altars. Savage. Okay, here we go. Verse 20. So the people shouted when the priests blew with the trumpets, and it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down so flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. So just by having that spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's an example of our people, you know, in the right spirit and just shouting to the point, because back in the ancient times, you had the walls around the city for protection. Literally, just can you imagine that? Just seeing some walls just
Fucking
fall
collapse.
because they were all in the spirit, having that faith
That faith.
and
Yep.
believing that was going to happen. Well, that's what's going to happen now.
It's a vibration being pushed forward, you know? And right now, the vibration is what? This gospel, this truth coming up against Babylon the Great, man. And all its allies, the whole entire world, man, including you 2/3.
Lifting up that banner on the high mountain, man.
Yep.
And it's
Well,
spiritual vibration.
So, like Yahweh shall say, man, if you have faith of a grain of a mustard seed, you shall tell this mountain to move hinder place, and it shall be done. That's what we're doing now. We're telling America to get the fuck up out of here, man, through the Holy Spirit, and it's falling.
And just like that scripture said right there in Jericho, they took the city. Does not Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua say we're not gonna? Does not it say in the scriptures that we're gonna take the kingdom?
Yep. So yeah, man. So
I got one more
got
just to wrap it up. This is Psalms 118 verse 24. This is the day which the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua have made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And that's what we're doing right now, as we're seeing the system collapse, as we're seeing them pushing forward to that digital system. You know, we rejoicing in it. We're seeing, you know, this man of sin checking off all those boxes that need to be checked off for this man to do what he has to do for the end to come and for the beginning of the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to be established. We're seeing all of that, so we're rejoicing in it because we know that this is the end of our captivity.
Only he will not let it will let it till he be taken out of the way, man.
Meanwhile, the 2/3 of the wicked of our people praying for Babylon to be healed.
Yep.
The wrong spirit.
Yep.
No doubt.
You got a more, bro.
This is Jeremiah 23 verse 29. My favorite right here. It says, "Is not my word like as a fire, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces."
So this place is being consumed with that spiritual fire in the form of the word, and then and his word is gonna what? Be like that fire being called down from heaven during the time of Elijah, man. You see that? That's what's about to happen. To consume you people fully, as we're telling you what's gonna happen according to the Most High's will. Because what? The days of America are numbered. This abominable ass place in the earth is about to be wiped clean, man. And something fresh is going to come from it, man. A rejuvenation and righteousness. And that's what's needed for everything to get back in its proper order of how it's supposed to operate. There is no other way, man. America has to go. And the leaders of it with it, man. And you people who long for this place to be here forever, you got to go too. You got to go too. And that includes family members, women, all that shit.
Children.
Everything. Gotta go, man. And we gonna be all right in the kingdom.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna hug you and love you. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all good. That was needed to happen to fulfill the Most High's will, man. But hey, we good now. Let's get these devils. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But America's days, hey, it's over with. There's so much shit going on, man. The different signs of the times are happening. The war is ramping up. The MOTB is on its way. All on time, man. As the Most High does what? Close the curtains on Babylon the Great. So you people can still be in this fucking false sense of hope all you want to. That shit is about to be shattered very soon, man. And you about to see it's only going to be what we told you it would be through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, man. That's it. You had anything else? Hey, with that, man, we're going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Wikah, Wadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Anakim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua has created us to do. With that, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Wa, Ba, Ba,
Am Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
To the elect.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.